everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are building in the world of Copperdale. It's the one that came with the high school pack. I don't remember exactly where this lot is. It's like towards the front. It's like the smaller one. It's a 20 by 20 lot. But today I decided to do like a little like trailer home kind of thing. I've been wanting to try them. I've seen other people build them and I think they look really cool. So I kind of wanted to try it for myself. And I kind of wanted to do a smaller build because the bigger builds have been just taking me a long time to do and it's a lot of editing. So I thought, let's try a smaller one today. So yeah, I did this cute little trailer home. I figured where I was going with this was like the outside was not run down, but a little bit more like rough looking. Like I just did that like stucco, I think it is, kind of paint on the outside or whatever it is. It's kind of like a rougher looking outside, and then I did like the metal roof. So I was going for like more of like a little bit of a rougher outside, but then the inside, it's kind of nice. Like I made it like maybe it was, you know, like remodeled a little bit, and like the family here kind of like updated the inside of the home to make it a little bit more livable. So yeah, so the sim I placed here is I had the idea of a single father and a child's son. I don't have a lot of screenshots for this because it's such a small build, so I might add some of the screenshots of the sims I created, like just doing a couple activities in this house at the end. So you might just see the sim family that I created for this just to play test it. So yeah, those I might include at the end of the video. But yeah, so I had like a single sim father in here with his son, and I figured like the storyline is you'll see it. I add a little something by the tree in the back. I didn't really include it in the screenshots because I didn't want to be morbid or anything, but I kind of put like a little headstone back there because I figure the storyline is maybe, you know, this single father lost his wife. The kid lost the mother. I know it's a little morbid, maybe not, but like I just stuck it back there to go with the storyline, so you could delete it. But like, you know, and the father is now struggling, you know, to provide for this child or whatever, so they had to move into this trailer home instead of like they lost their regular home. That's why they're living here, but you know, the father's, I gave him like the career of handyman, so I figured like maybe he's very handy and he like fixed this up for the two of them, and it's like now like nicer on the inside, and you know, it's a little bit more homey. So that's kind of where I was going with this storyline. So yeah, that's what I figured, like maybe, you know, he's struggling on money. He doesn't have a lot of money now, but he wanted to make it really nice for him and his son to live. It is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, so I have bunk beds in the bedroom, so yeah, it's really only a home for like either a single sim or, like I said, maybe like a parent and a child, or I guess you could do 2 adults, like maybe if they're not family members and you just have like 1 adult and a roommate or 2 friends, whatever it is. I did do a bunk bed, so there are 2 beds in the bedroom. So yeah, you could fit 2 sims in here, but it's a very small build. But yeah, we're just doing the outside now. I just wanted to add like a lot of activities because, like I said, that storyline I was going with, I figured like, you know, like it may be like a small trailer home, but he wants it to be very functional for his child. So he gives him like a basketball hoop, and you know, there's like a little jungle gym. I add one of those, telescope type of things on the outside. There's like a fire pit. What else did I give? Oh, I gave it like a little pool in there too. I think it's one of the toddler pools, and it wasn't exactly, I mean, I know they can like lounge in it, I think, adults and kids, like they don't really play in it, but I just thought it was like really cool. I put a chair next to it. I ended up moving the chair at the end a little bit, but I put the chair in it to make it look like one of those little like kiddie pools that the parents put out, and they put their chair next to it so they could put their feet in it in the summer type of thing. Like that's kind of where I was going with the kiddie pool theme, because I thought that was kind of cute instead of like more of a functional one. But yeah, your Sims, I moved the chair a little bit so it's not like directly blocking it, so your Sims can actually go lounge in the pool if they want to, but that's not exactly where I was going with it when I placed it. But yeah, outside I just did like a couple of these bigger windows, and then I did the smaller windows. That's where the bathroom is going to be, in the back. But it's not very decorated. Like I didn't do a lot landscaping. Like I did a couple like grass patches and a couple flower patches and just a few trees because I figured it wasn't one of those lots where there's going to be a ton of landscaping. So I did more of like the overgrown look, like the overgrown grass and bushes and stuff like that. Like where it's not really kept well, like it's not a very well kept yard, but he tries to kind of keep it a little bit not overgrown. But yeah, and then I did this cute little patio thing out front with a little fence. I think that fence is from Strangerville, the Strangerville pack. I love it. I think it's really cute. It's like just a cute little white picket fence, but it looks a little bit more rough. It's not like very, I don't know, like pristine. So I don't know. I like that one. It just fit the build. And then yeah, here's the like little kiddie pool. And then I just did like a little barbecue grill out there. A little bench, and like I moved the basketball hoop inside because I just felt like it fit better in there. And then I wanted to put this pool, and I wanted to put a fire pit outside in the yard, so I figured if I moved the basketball hoop inside, I could put the fire pit out there. So yeah, I did that, and then yeah, I just added that, and then there's like that little bucket that I put next to the grill. It's like the one that you could do balloon fights and stuff out of. I thought that was really cute. And then just a couple of garbage cans, and then I did add the clothesline because I figured, I don't know, this build just seemed like it fit a clothesline really well. Like they don't have like proper laundry, so you know they go outside to do their clothes. So yeah, I just thought it fit the build, and then I just had like a little cooler because it just like, you know, matched the theme. But yeah, you'll see later in a little bit. I'm gonna add like a debug truck. You might have to use the BB Move Objects cheat to place this lot because it kind of hangs off the lot a little bit. I know they updated it where you don't really have to like enter that cheat to add a build anymore. I think it just automatically does it. But I don't know if that causes issues. I haven't really placed any lots from the gallery like I've been building, so I don't know how that works without entering the cheat. So yeah, if you want to place this lot, you might just want to enter that cheat just so this truck doesn't really get cut off. I mean, you can always just add it back if you want it in the build. If it does get cut off, it's not like that big of a deal, but it was hanging over a little bit, so I don't know how that's going to play into placing this lot. But yeah, I just wanted to add the truck because I figured like maybe this was like a portable trailer thing, but now it's like permanent. Like he drove it here and placed it, but then he built it, the rest of it up, and built the front part and redid the inside after it was placed. So now it's not like a movable trailer anymore. But you know, like I just thought the truck added. I think it needed it at the front. Like it just added to it. So yeah, that's why I added it. But like I said, you could delete it, whatever you want to do. Yeah, so now we're just moving on to the inside. It's a very, like I said, simple build. It's not very big. This front part is going to be the living room, the kitchen. Not exactly a dining. I think I did a, what do you call it? The counters, the island counters instead of a dining room. But yeah, I just did like a simple blue because next to this lot is a lake where you can go fishing or you can go swimming in. I really, really like this lot. I think it's really pretty, and I think it's just like a really nice place for kind of like a trailer home. So yeah, I wanted to match like the outside, so I did this like really pretty blue. I think that's from Eco Lifestyle, like the paneling. And then I just did this like nice sandy color on the wall just to kind of like match the sand and the water from the lake that's next door. So I was just kind of going with that color theme. And then I just stuck with a regular blue in the bedroom, and then the bathroom's very simple. But yeah, I'm doing the kitchen. These counters I used are from the Dream Home Decorator pack, and I just really like them because they had that nice tan color and the white. It just looked, you know, nice and crisp. Because like I said, this inside maybe is more remodeled, and it's, you know, a little nicer because the father wanted to make the inside look a little bit more homey. But yeah, I cut a lot out because I was having trouble figuring out how I wanted to place the counters. So, and the refrigerator. I couldn't figure out where I wanted to place the refrigerator because it wasn't like working for me where I was placing it before, like by the bathroom. So later on, you'll see I end up deleting the full-size refrigerator, and I end up adding a mini fridge. And I wasn't sure at first if that was a smart idea because I don't really play with mini fridges very often in the game, so I didn't know if they worked the same as a regular fridge, like if they function, you could do all the same things. But I thought for this build, a mini fridge just fit better. So I just went with it and I placed the mini fridge. And when I play tested it, it worked just fine. I mean, they could do all the cooking and stuff out of it, so I didn't have any issues. But yeah, I don't normally use a mini fridge, but I thought for this build it just fit right. I ended up putting it by that window over there because it was small enough, and I didn't want to cut the window off, so that's why I used that. And because it was such a tight space, like where I'm placing this living room, I just had no room for like all the furniture I wanted to put in there. And I wanted to make sure that, they had the kitchen and somewhere to eat, and that they also had like the dining room and the TV. Like, I wanted to make sure I fit all like the essentials. So for me to do that, I needed to use stuff that was a little bit smaller. So yeah, here I'm just moving around the counters. Like I said, I gave them a little island seating. Like, this is only for like a 2 sim, really, like I said, so they didn't really need more than 2 seats to eat on. And I guess technically they could go sit outside and eat, because my sim did that sometimes. They sat at the table outside, or they could sit at the chairs in the living room to eat. So it doesn't really have to be the island where they eat, but I just thought that was like a nice thing. Um, and yeah, here I'm adding like the mini fridge. Like I said, I just used this little one because it looked better, it fit better, and I don't know, I just liked it with this kind of build. But yeah, and then the living room, I gave them like that chair. I think it's from Eco Lifestyle too. It looks a little bit more like used. Like, I figured maybe like, okay, like the house is redone and the father tried to like make it look nice, but like they didn't have a lot of money, so he was starting to run out. So the furniture is like not really nice new furniture. It's a little bit more used. Like, maybe he found it on a marketplace or something, like online. So I just thought that chair was like really nice to add in here because it looked a little bit more used, but not like completely, gross looking. And then I used that cool beanbag chair from the high school pack because I love that chair. I think it's so cute, and I wish I would use it in more builds. I'm going to try to use that in more of my builds, like for teenagers and stuff, because it is a really cute chair. So I just said that. And then I did the blue because it kind of matched like with the color scheme. And then I really like that TV unit. I think that's from Small, the Tiny Living pack. I liked it because it included the TV. It included like storage because this house doesn't have like a lot of storage, and it already like came like that. So it looks like a bookcase. I don't know if it functions as a bookcase too. I don't remember. But I like it because it functions as a TV and it functions as a stereo. Like, there's a stereo on it so they could play music too. So I don't know why I don't use that more. But in a smaller build, I think that's a perfect item to use if you're doing like a tiny home, or like this, like a small trailer home, or whatever like you're using. I just think that TV unit is like a perfect thing to use because you could have multiple items in it and it's only one like piece of furniture. So yeah, I'm gonna, if I do more smaller builds, I'm gonna start using that furniture more often because I always forget about it because I usually do bigger houses where I have more room, but I do like it. And then here at the front, I just did like a cute little front entryway where that rack is, and like those I guess they're bookcases too. I don't know what those are, but those are from, I believe, those might be from Dream Home Decorator too, I'm not sure. But where that is under that window, that I end up moving into the bedroom, and you'll see here I'm working on the bedroom. I end up putting a desk in here, but for some reason my sim couldn't get to the bottom bunk. Like, the top bunk was fine, it was totally functional. But the bottom bunk, no matter how many times I moved the desk, if I moved it to one side of the room or the other, if I moved the rugs, whatever I was trying to move in the room, they just still couldn't get to the bed. And then I finally got them to the bed by moving something, like the light or something, and then they couldn't get out of the room after that. So it was really frustrating. Like, the desk just wasn't working in the room. It was just too small. So I ended up moving the desk that I put in this bedroom under that window in like the living room area, and then I just moved those cute little bookshelves on the wall where I end up placing the desk. Like, the desk isn't going to stay on this side, I end up moving it to the other side of the room. But yeah, I end up putting the bookshelves with all the clutter on it and stuff on that wall instead, because they just fit better and it wasn't blocking the bed, and everything was functional once I moved the desk. So yeah, in the screenshots you'll see it. Here you won't see it because the desk is in the room. But I play tested it and now it's all functional, so you shouldn't have any issues. But yeah, and then like I said, I did the bunk bed. I kept it pretty neutral in here with colors because I figured it was like, it is kind of like boyish. Like I said, I have a father and a son in here, but you could always change the colors of the bed or the wallpaper. But that's just kind of where I was going with it. And then I did this cute little clothing rack from the high school years pack because, I figured like it's such a tiny room and they don't have a lot of space, so I figured a wardrobe was going to be a little too big in here. So I thought this clothing rack was just really cute, and it like fit enough clothes where some of the clothes look a little older looking, like maybe the father wears, and then some of them look a little younger that the kid wears. So I just thought that was like a really cute thing. And then now we're moving on to the bathroom. I was gonna do a shower in here, which I guess probably would have been a good idea because baths can be a little annoying in the game. Like, I know Sims take forever to take a bath, but I really wanted to do like a shelf across the bathtub that I've seen people do, and I wanted to try it myself. So I did that to like add a little clutter on top of it because I thought it was such a cute build, such a cute idea, and this build was so small that it just gave me extra like places to put clutter because if you've watched my builds, I really, really like clutter and I over clutter my builds. So anywhere I can put shelving to add more clutter, I will. but yeah, the bathroom's really small. Like I said, it's just a sink, a tub, and a toilet. The sink, I want to say the sink is from Spa Day. I really liked the overflow look, and the sandy, like, tan color just matched the tub from Dream Home Decorator perfect, and the wallpaper and everything, and I just love the color of it, so I wanted to use it. But I don't use that sink very often, which is kind of a shame. But yeah, here, like I said, I just built a little wall just to put that shelf on top of the tub, and then I'm just going to end up putting clutter on top of that shelf. I've seen people do it, and I just think it's really cute, so I was like, I'm going to try it and see if I can get it to work. And it did, and the tub is totally functional. It's a little awkward because when your Sims climb in, obviously they just kind of like merge underneath the shelf. So I guess for gameplay it does look a little weird, but building wise and aesthetic wise, it just looks really nice and really pleasing. So I did it anyway. Because I figured for gameplay, are you really watching your Sims go take a bath? Like, you kind of just like send them to take a bath and then they just kind of go do it. You're not really watching them anyway, so I didn't think it was a big deal. If you are watching them take a bath, that's fine, I guess. But yeah, I didn't think it was like a big deal that they kind of like clip into it a little bit because, like I said, like I don't think you're really watching it, so watching the animation happen. But yeah, I did some more shelving above the toilet, and I just want to add some more clutter, like those toilet rolls from the new bathroom clutter kit. I think they're so cute, and I love the different swatches on it, and like the one I added in there has like a little tear on the end because that's so realistic. Like, I'm sorry, but when I'm trying to like unroll a toilet paper roll, like I end up tearing the end like all the time. So I just love that. I just think that's so cute. And I just love like the clutter items, and I know it was like a little bit controversial, that pack, because, or that kit, because like a lot of the swatches don't look very like 3D and they're a little like flat and stuff, but I don't know, I just really love the clutter from that and the everyday clutter kit. I just think they're great and they fit into everything. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep using those items because I just like them. But yeah, here I just added a couple little posters above the desk. Like I said, I do end up moving the desk outside, but the posters I leave on the wall, and I just kind of move them down and adjust them to fit on the bookshelves that I end up moving in there. But I just wanted like that signs little poster that's like the sports one, because in the living room I ended up adding that little jersey picture right there, that sign. So I figured maybe like this family, like before maybe the father lost his job and everything happened, like they were really into sports and they went to a lot of sports games and they got like, you know, the team signatures and stuff. I don't know. I just thought that was like maybe something the father and the son do. Like it's an activity that kind of like added to the storyline. I don't know, but I just thought it was really cute. But yeah, we're just adding up like the little bit of finishing touches to the build. I'm just changing the lighting. For some reason the tool mod wasn't working, so I wasn't able to change the actual lighting color in here, I don't think. Or maybe I did. But yeah, I usually use that white lighting so it's not like too yellow. And yeah, here I'm just adding like the finishing little touches to the shelf. I added like the soap and this cute little candle from the bathroom clutter kit. And if you heard me before, like I said, it doesn't have a flame, and in my last build I said I wanted them to adjust that, so I hope they give us a swatch of a flame and a flameless version. Like, I don't want just the flame version. But yeah, so we're just getting to the end. I'm just gonna end up adding the lighting for nighttime just to brighten up the lot a bit. But yeah, this is the end of the build, so if you guys like this, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And if you have any comments, please leave them below, and I will try my best to answer them. Yeah, have a great day. Thanks, guys. Bye.
about to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we